And welcome to another Minecraft video. Well, it's actually probably going to be my first on the channel. And today I really wanted to show you a build which I spent a very long time on building a fair while ago. And it's based on Scar's Season 7 landscaping shot. So I hope you like it. I spent a lot of time and it's one of those projects which I never got around to finishing. I kind of lost the dream a bit through, so I sort of finished it, but then all the outside stuff, you can see the garden isn't what I wanted it to be. But today I'm going to be showing you around, so if you're wondering what's going on here, I invited some friends onto my world, and as you can see we made a bit of a mess over here. And then one of my friends built this giant tree over here, which looks pretty cool. And sorry if it's a bit laggy. I think I've got maybe a few too many apps open, but hopefully, and also my screen recorder's a bit laggy. So I just want to show you around. So first we've got the fountain, and I've built this garden around, mostly using bone meal. I've used, oh wow, it's raining. I don't like it when it rains. Rain is pretty horrible in Minecraft, but I've used lime green and green terracotta to make the grass, rather than just using grass, because the whole flatland is grass. But inside, oh no, what have I broken? I'm not doing too well so far in the video, am I? But it's meant to be a Victorian greenhouse, and as I say, it's based on Scar's Season 7 landscaping shop, which I really love. It hasn't got the giant plant coming out it, and I've changed it in a few places, but it is mostly the same. So let's have a look inside. I'm going to start with this side because the other side is my favourite. We've got a lovely bridge over this pond kind of lake. I don't really know what it is, but I quite like that. And it is mostly made out of dark oak, and I have used the dark oak fence to create what looks like kind of dead woody vines. And then I've used hedges and leaf blocks to create the kind of green vines crawling up. As you can see, there's a lot of barrels, and that's meant to just, I'm trying to add to the feel that it's a bit cluttered, there's a lot going on, and I really like barrels as a block. You might have noticed that there's some green glass that I've used. Oh, stop placing blocks. And I've used some green glass to make it look, it's a bit old, there's some moss growing on it. I think Scar used that, and again, lots of this is inspired by what he's done. I've used iron bars, hanging big barrels down to make it look like there's not really enough space on the ground, and I like the effect of when you look through, you have all of it hanging down. I was thinking about doing some chains with lanterns on after the 1.16 update, but I really want to kind of leave it as it is. Now on the outside, I've used a mix of grey blocks, so I haven't got all of them here, but here are some of them. Or maybe they are. Yeah, there's stone bricks as well, but these are all grey blocks, and rather than just using stone like this or something, which is a very, very boring thing to look at, it's very boring, I try to mix it up with maybe a bit of andesite, and then a few bits of this here and there. I just want to try and make the build look more interesting, and suddenly it comes a little bit more to life. So it doesn't take away from the feel of it being grey, but it does kind of bring it to life. I've used polished andesite as well, because it's a little bit brighter, and it looks like this is what it was meant to be like, and it's kind of got a bit worn away and broken in places. So yeah, I took inspiration from Scar and used dark prismarine here, because as he said, it really it gives a bit of colour, so otherwise it's red and it's grey, and then there's glass but there's not loads going on. That's the same reason why I've used gates, dark oak fence gates, which I have here, and they look very nice because you can make them go along and it looks like they're a support beam, but it also gives colour to the build. As you can see, the main source of lighting is lanterns, but inside I have tried to use some end rods, so hanging up this sort of garden basket with lots of stuff growing out. I used just an end rod there, and it doesn't seem to make a difference, but it draws your eyes up to the light, and I've tried to do that with the lanterns to make it look. It has a kind of Hogwartsy feel with all the lanterns and stuff, but at the same time not. But I've then created this dead tree, which by using a mixture of stripped dark oak wood and just normal dark oak wood, and I've done this along the floor as well, because you can, on a normal tree, their roots don't just go straight into the ground. You can see them a bit on the floor, so that's what I've tried to do here. As you can see, it actually is bursting out, so it's as if it hasn't really been looked after for a while, and it's broken out of here, and now it's a bit, it's broken the glass, and it's got a bit too big for its enclosure. The paths, I've also gone with that grey mix, except this time I'm using some gravel, and I'm not using the polished andesite. I've mixed in a few path blocks and some leaves, which I've hidden glowstone under to try and, of course when you're above you can see it, but on this level you can't really notice it. And even though it's raining and dark outside, it lights up the whole place. This is just a little touch. I really wanted to add just a little bonsai area, and I really like bonsais. I think they're so cool how they're very small, but they look incredibly beautiful, really, because they're small but very nice. That's most of it, and then as you can see, oh no, I keep just placing stuff. I'm not so good with the controls on Minecraft Mobile. Yes, because this is a mobile gaming channel, and we make videos about all sorts of mobile games. If you are liking videos like this, let me know in the comments, because I would love to make some more Minecraft videos, and I love playing Minecraft. But I built a little hill. At first when I built it, I thought, ooh, that looks a bit out of place, and maybe you agree, maybe it's a bit too steep, and maybe I shouldn't have had it at all, but I really didn't know what to put here. I've used some rocks, which is quite typical of lots of hermits build rocks like that, and I try to get inspiration from them. As you can see, I've used a mixture of 1 block high, like these, and 2 block high flowers. And that really adds to the effect of, it's a bit random. So rather than it all being low, and I have also used lots of grasses and taller grasses, which just stop it from looking so flat and boring. In fact, probably in hindsight, I would have used more in some places. We've got the sweet bush, I think, sweet berry bush here, and that looks quite nice, because it looks a bit odd normally, but I think like this on a big table it can look okay. And I made this entirely out of stone because I wanted that to look a bit newer and a bit fresher. The barrels hanging down has continued here as well, but let's move on to the outside. So there's these 2 trees which I built, and I wouldn't say they're the best trees I've ever built realistically, but they're not bad, and I'm fairly pleased with how they've come out. I might just add a leaf there. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. If it doesn't look right, I just can't stop thinking about, oh, why does it look bad? But I'm going to go up this ladder, so I'll show you how it works. Oh, if I can get up it, that is. And then up here, there's a little path across. This was inspired by another thing of Scar's in his medieval village, and he used a sort of trapdoor, plank, fence, walkway, which I really liked, and I thought was really clever of him. If you want to see more Scar builds, like his how to build his Scar medieval house, I will be uploading that. If just let me know in the comments. I will have to build it first, but yeah. But how did I build this? First, you need to measure it out. Then I built the archways, and then you go over and you need to use a mix. So these walls, I haven't talked too much about them yet, but it's a mixture of granite, polished granite, and bricks. Bricks can look very nice in lots of these kind of Victorian old style builds. As you can see, there's so much lighting, it just glows at night, and this is probably my favourite time to see it. It just looks very nice. And in parts it's a bit darker, but then it draws you towards the light, and maybe a bit more elevation would be better, like platforms coming across and things like that. But to Scar, if he is watching, I'd like to say thank you, a big thank you, because he's really helped me learn how to do lots of builds, and it's been super helpful to understand lots more Minecraft building techniques. And I think over the last few years I've become a lot better at building, and that's just a really nice thing. So thank you to Scar for helping me with that. And I think that's just about the end of the video, because I've covered most of it, and it's not a difficult thing to do, it's just time consuming. So I hope this did inspire you to do something like this yourself. Or maybe not, maybe you thought, I'm not sure. But whatever, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to be uploading about 2 times a week, maybe less, I'm not sure so far. And also I'll be uploading about once a week on my main animation channel. So check that out if you haven't already. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, it really helps me out. And if you like these videos, consider subscribing, because it will notify you whenever we put out a new video, and it helps out my channel. So with that, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to say thank you for watching, goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!